Washington Times, and Molly Hemingway, editor-in-chief of The Federalist, both are Fox News contributors. Molly, I want to get to your reaction to the debate in a moment, but what we're seeing tonight at the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport with the other networks, they're all excited about the surrender, and they're treating it like the Oscars and the Super Bowl and like a big bomb all at once for them. What do you make of this? And it's
America's disgraced around the world.
Trump's about to get in his car, but it's a travesty.
It's a good word for what is going on. We are seeing something really horrible here in America. We used to be known as a place where we did not prosecute political opponents, where we did not believe that the way to handle political opposition was the way that the Soviet Union handled it, or the way that Putin handles it, of politically persecuting one's opponents. What's happening with Democrats, not just in Atlanta, but also at the Department of Justice and also at the New York Attorney General office, is to prosecute the political opponents of the ruling regime. This is a very dark moment. It's a very serious thing. And it's actually also very important that everybody who cares about this country and cares about rule of law and not handling things like we're a third world country or the Soviet Union of the 1980s, that they speak against this and stand strong and defend what makes America great.
Charlie?
I could not agree more. It's easy to look at Donald Trump and see his sunny demeanor and think that this is not such a big deal. But of course, people's lives are at risk, and he faces, just unimaginable years in prison. But I think it's so interesting. Let's read your opening angle. The two are connected, and you're exactly right. Same people have taken over the Republican Party and are finally listening to what voters want. That is why they are doing this.
That's a threat. The voters are a threat to the establishment. That's why this is happening tonight. The voters are
such a threat. And this is a message to anybody else who wants to pick up the baton of Donald Trump. This is what we're going to do to you if you listen to the people. We're going to put you in jail, and at the very least, we're going to tangle you up in court for decades, and we're going to bankrupt you.
Yeah, Molly, don't you agree? Also, it's for potential staff down the road. He's about to get off his plane. Potential staff. Who's going to work for someone who's going to be a constant target of investigations? They want to make him radioactive. Anyone like him radioactive?
Well, that is the point. That actually has been the point for quite some time. It's also true that the left has been going after all sorts of constitutionally protected freedoms, freedom of speech, having a right to an attorney. These are attacks
And religious
on
people don't think this is important enough to say anything.
And that is the point. It does also clarify what the next election is about and how important it is for everyone who cares about the country to be united on standing up against this. This is like how you lose a republic. And so it clarifies all the issues. People are surprised that Donald Trump is doing well in the polls each time he gets indicted.
This is for the survival of Trump or the country? It seems like the survival of the country.
It's clearly the country and what we believe.
If we sit back and allow this to happen, do you think they're going to stop doing this? No, this is the way politics will be run for the rest of time.
That's why the hesitation on that panel last night about pardoning Trump or looking at what? We need leaders, not followers.
And it reminds me of what happens on a schoolyard when there's a bully and everybody thinks if they just go along with the bully that it won't go away, and you actually have to stand up and fight and you have to stop these things.
Yeah, well, Charlie, there's President Trump exiting his plane. This is a somber moment for the country and an infuriating moment for the Trump base. I think a lot of independents, frankly, who are watching this spectacle unfold and thinking, this is something we watch in the third world, maybe Central America, South America. Obviously, we see what Putin does to his critics, from Alexander Navalny to the vicious Prigozhin. But they don't allow them to have their say, and they certainly don't allow any groundswell of support to develop around a political opponent. And he'll take this short drive to the Fulton County Courthouse. I should say, Charlie, the left is ramping up their fear-mongering as this is all going on, because this is their moment of great celebration. They claim to think that this is a serious moment for democracy, but you see it around the edges. They are gleeful that this man is going to get his mugshot taken tonight, fingerprinted like you summon Jack and cars in San Francisco. Those people actually go free.
So they're completely bankrupt of ideas on the left. They have nothing left. And so their only option now is to do this. And it's really frustrating for Americans who care about the country, who care about law and order, and care about our justice system, because you feel like there's nothing you can do. You can't, vote to recall Fannie Willis or Alvin Bragg. You can't do anything like that. But the only thing you can actually do is support Donald Trump. And to me, that issue, because of your question a minute ago, is this about saving Trump or is this about saving the country? I think it's about saving the country. And
Sure it
that's
is.
why, I think all of the other issues that we talk about in this primary, the Republican primary, it's important and interesting and fun. And yes, the America First Trump wing has taken over the Republican Party. But to me, the most important thing we can do is stop this. Is to stop this, because if this is not stopped, they will do this forever.
Republicans should grind everything on Capitol Hill to a halt.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. If this is allowed on the federal level, on the state level, I'd grind it all to a halt.
And there's so much that they can do on the Hill. And